Still a nation. Everybody, Omar Carr has struck again, and he's making roster moves. There are some players that we lost or signed, and we got two new Pittsburgh Steelers on our roster. So they're making moves right now. Still a nation by the recording this video on March 9th, 2026. So yeah. Hi everybody, Jordan Steel 88 with another video. I'm going to talk about the roster moves that the Steelers made. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the players that the Steelers lost. Well, late last month, the Steelers they released offensive tackle Calvin Anderson, who was backing up Roger Jones and Trump Fontono at times, and and after that, they released tight end Jonathan Smith, who had connections with Arthur Smith with during the time with the Falcons. But Jonathan Smith, he came over with Jalen Ramsey on that Micah Fitzpatrick trade last offseason. Now, during his 1 year with the Steelers, receiving wise, he was targeted 54 times, 38 receptions, 222 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Rushing wise, he had 9 attempts, 70 yards, and 1 touchdown. Total touchdown was 3. Yards, all-purpose yards was 292. Now, with him gone, that was clearance cap space at that time. I mean, now with John Smith gone, the tight end room is Connor Hayward, technically going to play fullback, Yarder Washington, and Pat Freiermuth. So, yeah. So the Steelers, they also lost their Steelers MVP and Keenan Gainwell. He was playing phenomenal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He came over after winning the Super Bowl with the Eagles after the 2024 season. Now, in the 2025 season with the Steelers, he don't have rushing wise. He had 114 attempts, 537 yards, 5 touchdowns. Receiving wise, he played like a number 2 receiver at times. He was targeted 85 times, 73 receptions, 486 yards, 3 touchdowns. All-purpose yards for Keenan Gainwell was 10 out of 23. Total touchdowns 8. Well, he was playing like a number 2 running back behind Jalen Warren, because Jalen Warren was sharing the load, running wise and receiving wise at times, especially on these screen plays and all that. So, and now that Keenan Gainwell gone, but that was going to suck. Well, hopefully Caleb Johnson can improve in his second year going into 2026. So, yeah, because they could be looking for a running back in the draft, though, probably in the later rounds. So, yeah, or during free agency. So, but by the way, Kenneth Gainwell, he signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a 2-year deal worth $14 million. So, good luck in Tampa Bay, Kenneth Gainwell. Let's talk about James Pierre. We lost James Pierre to the Minnesota Vikings. Because James Pierre, in his first 5 years with Steelers, he was playing terrible. Because he was getting burned from time to time. Because people kept picking on him and all that stuff. But in 2025, he's starting to get better. Or getting 1 interception and 11 passes deflected in 2025. Total interception in his 6 years with the Steelers is 4. Total pass breakups in his 6 years with the Steelers is 22. So, and by the way, James Pierre signed with the Minnesota Vikings on a 2-year deal worth $8.5 million. So, good luck in Minnesota, James Pierre. Now, the Steelers, they have signed cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. on a 1-year deal worth $4 million. Excuse me. Asante Samuel Jr. cleared waivers and signed with the Steelers at the clearing waivers. But he only got 1 interception and 1 pass breakup. That was a game against the Dolphins on Monday night. So I think our cornerback room going to be loaded, though, even though Corey Trice is still injury prone, though. I don't know if Corey Trice is going to make the roster because he's probably going to get cut. So I'll talk more about that later. So Sergeant Samuel Jones staying with the Steelers. They also re-signed linebacker Cole Holcomb to a 2-year deal worth $5 million. Well, Cole Holcomb, He came over from the Commanders under the 2022 season. He started all 18 games in 2023 until he got hurt, and that caused the Steelers to sign a variety of inside linebackers. He missed all 2024 because he was still recovering from that knee injury. In 2025, he didn't play much though. Didn't make much big plays though. So except that first fumble against the Patriots. So I think it's gonna be kind of complicated him to, because I want him to start over Queen though. Because I hope they trade Patrick Queen though, which they're not going to. If they were, they would. Cole Hogan will likely start. So because with Payne Wilson and Patrick Queen, Cole Hogan's going to be their backup. So yeah. So let's talk about the Steelers that they brought in. Some new Steelers. Two new Steelers to be exact. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have acquired Michael Pittman from the Colts. I don't know what it for. Could be some draft. It's probably gonna be some draft picks though. Probably some draft picks or some other player. I don't know. But anyway, Michael Pittman Jr. has been acquired. Steelers acquired Michael Pittman Jr. from the Colts. Well, Michael Pittman Jr. is on the last year of his contract with the Colts. So yeah, and he got and they signed and Michael Pittman Jr. He's getting paid for the he's getting paid with the Pittsburgh Steelers though. But I'm just looking how much they pay him. So yeah, because we're standing Michael Pittman Jr. on a Pittman Jr. on a 3-year deal worth 500 million, 59 million. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So yeah, so let me say that again. So the Steelers, as they acquire Michael Pittman Jr., he signed a 3-year deal or extension worth 59 million. Now Michael Pittman Jr. He was an Indianapolis Colts second round pick of the 2020 draft. And during his 6 years with the Colts, receiving wise, he was targeted 709 times, had 485 receptions, 5,254 yards, and 25 touchdowns in his 6 years with the Colts. Now, rushing wise, he only got 11 attempts for 100 yards. So, yards per script, all purpose yards in his 6 years with the Colts is 5,354. Total touchdowns, 25 all purpose. Now, Michael Pittman Jr., he's 6'4", 223 pounds. Just like DK Metcalf, who's 6'4" and 225 pounds. They got some big wide receivers out. Big wide receivers in the Steelers. Michael Pittman is their number 2 wide receiver. So we finally got a number 2 receiver after waiting for a number 2 wide receiver. Because wherever George Pickens was a number 1 receiver, they kept double teaming him. Because now that's over. The star receivers are DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman Jr. Because we finally got our number 2 wide receiver, like I said before. Because we've been pounding the table for getting a number 2 wide receiver for years, man. Because Omar Khan kept pushing in the wide receiver room, man. Because when we had George Pickens as a number 1 or DK Metcalf or whoever our number 1 receiver is, teams kept game plan for them, and they know they don't have a number 2 wide receiver. But that could change though in 2026 with the acquisition of Michael Pittman Jr. And you have DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson as our receiver core for now. Now, even with this acquisition of Michael Pittman Jr., I feel like the Steelers could still draft a wide receiver in the first round. So, yeah. So, but Michael Pittman Jr. is the son of NFL running back Michael Pittman Sr. So, yeah. So, Michael Pittman Jr., welcome to Steeler Nation, man. He's a physical wide receiver as well. Not explosive, not fast, but his route run is okay though. So yeah. So Michael Pittman Jr., welcome to Steeler Nation. He won't be 29 till October of this year in 2026 by recording this video. So yeah, so Michael Pittman Jr., welcome to Steeler Nation. Now let's talk about other new Steeler, Jamel Dean. Jamel Dean, he signed with the Steelers on a 3-year deal worth $36.75 million, excuse me. Jamel Dean, he was the Buccaneers' 3rd round pick of the 2019 draft. Now during his 7 years with the Buccaneers, he had a total of 11 interceptions while allowing 167 yards receiving. And pass deflections in his 7 years with the Steelers with the Buccaneers, excuse me, I'm sorry, with is 61. Now Jamel Dean is a pretty good shutdown corner. He could benefit from Joey Porter Jr., who himself had a pretty good 2025 after not having a good 2024. So now we got 2 of our shutdown corners in Jamel Dean and Joey Porter Jr. Now, that means that our quarterback room is loaded. Now, I think, on my opinion, that Corey Trust is going to be the odd man out because he can't stay healthy. He's always hurt. So, yeah. I mean, so Jamel Dean, welcome to Steeler Nation, and he won't be 30 years old till October of this year by recording this video on March 2026. So, yeah. So I'm liking these roster moves, man, by the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I'm liking these roster moves, man, a lot. I'm loving it, man. I'm just loving it. So, yeah, because especially I like the Michael Pittman acquisition, and I'm liking the Jamel Dean acquisition though. And it's sad that Kenny Gainwell is gone. Sad that James Spear is gone. So, yeah. So I'm liking these roster moves already, man. So, yeah, hopefully it can translate into 2026. So, yeah, because like I was saying, even with the acquisition of Michael Pittman, I feel like the Steelers can still draft a wide receiver in the draft with his 1st or 2nd round. So, yeah. So let me know what you think down in the comment section down below about these wide receivers about these roster moves that the Steelers made. Excuse me, because I'm liking this though, and Pittsburgh Steelers are not waiting though. So, yeah, I know I got a feeling they made some other moves though, but that probably won't be to another video. So I like it. So yeah. So with that being said, if you click on the video, thank you. I appreciate you. Go follow me on my Instagram page, Jordan Steele 88. Follow me on TikTok, Jordan Steele 888. The link is in the description down below. This is Jordan Steele 88. I'll see you guys in my next video. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.